Topics and opinions expressed in the following show are solely those of the host and their guests and not those of W4CY Radio, its employees, or affiliates. We make no recommendations or endorsements for radio show programs, services, or products mentioned on air or on our web. No liability, explicit or implied, shall be extended to W4CY Radio or its employees or affiliates. Any questions or comments should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for choosing W4CY Radio.
Welcome to the Eat and Critique Show with restaurant critics Steve-O and Sophia. Brought to you by one of Steve-O and Sophia's favorite Incontro Italian cuisine and steakhouse located on the Walk in Coral Springs. Now, sit back while award-winning restaurant critics Steve-O and Sophia share with you the good, the bad, and the ugly in South Florida dining.
Welcome, South Florida, to another Eat and Critique with Steve-O and Sophia.
Guess who's Sophia?
I look like Steve now.
No, you don't. Don't say that.
I got chopped.
Sophia, I got to tell you something. We have got the best listeners and viewers. We have gotten so many emails, people just writing us and saying how much they enjoy our show. And they get so many great ideas about places to go dine. They love the fact that we look for small restaurants. See, you know what? The big ones, they've got a big budget. You know, they can afford to advertise. It's the small people that we want to really help. And I got to tell you, we've been inundated by emails.
Well, I have a surprise for everyone for next week with a really small restaurant. And I'm excited to have her on the show. I just want to say hi, Donna. We'll see you Sunday. And
what's the name of the restaurant?
It is called Sexy Restaurant.
What a cool. Tell them why it's.
No, I'm going to surprise them next Monday when Donna is on, so she can talk all about it. It's a really cool concept. It's different. It's it's like a breakfast kind of brunch lunch place. She has crepes. Everything's organic. She makes her own like vinaigrette, vinegar, and her own olive oils, and it's.
What are you doing?
I do like.
It's not a mirror.
I do look like Chuckle, like my sister.
No, you do not.
Anyway, so next week we have a really different concept that's not. You're not going to find this concept anywhere in Palm Beach. So I'm so excited. And Donna will see you Sunday and have you on Monday, February 5th. It's going to be a really fun time. We have Vicki tonight from the firefighters. The Palm Beach
firefighters. This is our last
night
show with her before the big event next Saturday.
No, welcome, Vicki.
Hi, Vicki.
Can't wait to talk about it. It's shocking that it's here already.
I know, we've been planning for so long, and then all of a sudden, here it is.
I know.
But we're ready.
3rd, Saturday, 12 to noon.
Can I suck up to Vicki for a minute?
You always suck up to
Vicki, I got to tell you, so I have been doing events for 20 years. I mean, some of them were really big names. Some of them were smaller names. And I got to tell you, it is the hardest thing I've ever done. You cannot leave out any detail at all, because it could actually screw the whole event up. And Vicki, we went to your event, judged last year, and it was perfect. And I know how hard work it is.
And I have to add that I've been on the board for not-for-profits and in charge of charity events for fundraising and officer for not-for-profit fundraising events where I've done a lot of fundraising. It's a lot of work, and you guys
home run.
Like it was. I mean, there was not one thing that you missed that went wrong, that was forgotten. It was just perfect, and it's a fun event for family to come to.
It definitely is.
Guys.
It
So
definitely
it's
is. So it's,
Saturday.
this Saturday at Abacoa Town Center from 12 to 5. And, how can you go wrong? You got firefighters, you got hot chili, you got some cold drinks and live music. 3 bands are playing. So we've got everything covered.
And you have hot fire chili makers.
Exactly. All with their own little secret recipe.
That band last year was
was
really
good.
good.
And they have 3 this year. So
Yes.
it's going to be fun. The weather is going to be perfect. It's $20 for all you can eat.
Exactly.
And is there a price for the children or age limit?
Children if they're going to eat chili, they're $10. Otherwise, they're just come on in.
And the $10 is for all age of children, or is there a cut?
From 12 on down.
Okay.
I got to tell you that we're supposed to have great weather Saturday.
Mhm.
No, we have been keeping up
Yeah.
and been checking that weather every single day. So the highest
Yeah.
is 75, no rain. So still some cool weather, not going to be breezy like it has been the last couple of days. So that's all improving. So we are doing good.
It's cold outside today. I'm excited. No rain, no.
75
That's
degrees though.
perfect weather.
It's perfect for walking around, and it's still good chilly weather, and you can eat some chili, and it's not too hot, but it's also not too cold and breezy. So that's perfect.
And you know what? A lot of people brought their dogs out
I
there.
know. I was going to say there's going to be more dogs out there this year.
They all got along. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's so much fun though.
It's a good family event to go take your children to.
And it's amazing how creative the firemen get with their
And
booths.
protect
Exactly, yeah.
their recipes.
Right. Each booth is decorated and they all come up with their own theme. I know a couple of them have told us their theme, like there's a smoke show chili, there is a chainsaw chili. Not sure what that's going to be about, but
That's going to be hot.
chili. And then, of course, the cadets that always go full bore. They're always a surprise.
Amazing.
They will
They're
never
up on
tell
our
us.
website.
That's a surprise. They're going to be so cute. They were adorable last year.
Oh, they were. It was so good. And I like the baseball booth. Remember the baseball booth?
The
Yep.
girls.
That was the Red Line Sisterhood. And then they've done that. And then the one year they did like a 70s tie-dye kind of a thing. So don't know what their theme is going to be this year either. So
Surprise.
always different. But the pipes and drums, they have a Guinness corned beef chili. And that's their signature chili. And of course, there's a lot of them that have a smoked brisket or a secret ingredient that they won't tell anybody. And they never share their recipes. So
No
the and the Miami-Dade firefighters, surprisingly enough, their chili is good, but they make their own crackers and they're amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow. Were they there last year?
No, they were not there last year, but they're back this year.
So. That's great. So you have how many booths this year?
We have 26 chili booths, and then we have different vendors. The girl that sells the firefighter dolls is going to be there, and some different projects like that. The Oasis project that was there last year. They help support foster families. So they're there with a cotton candy and popcorn and stuff like that. So it's a little combination of everything. Girl Scout cookies, selling Girl Scout cookies. So, Girl Scout cookies and chili. So there's got to be some kind of pairing.
Good one.
The thin mint Girl Scout cookies with the chainsaw.
Yes, exactly. The chainsaw chili.
Think about if they're calling a chainsaw, it has to be like the hottest chili pepper ever.
And you know what? There's ample parking, plenty of parking. We had no problem at all.
No, we did not.
But what was so cool is just everybody was having such a good time.
Mm-hmm.
And you meet a lot of people out there because everybody's kind of milling around all the booths with the chili.
And I had to stop and pet every single dog.
It is. It's a good family event, like you said. So there's always stuff. We have an inflatable axe throwing this year. We did not have that before.
Oh,
And
no.
there's one of these giant Connect Four games, so that way kids have something to do if they want, and they can wear off some energy while mom and dad have a drink and eat some chili and stuff. So there's something for everybody.
And the fund last year, you had an incredible fundraiser. This year your fundraiser is, tell everyone about that.
Okay, so this year the fundraiser is for the Fallen Firefighter Memorial Project, and that is to commission and install a fallen firefighter statue for Palm Beach County. The closest one to us, or the only one in Florida is, well, there's two actually. There's one in Tallahassee, and then there's one in Ocala, but there's nothing local. So we want to be able to have a fallen firefighter statue, one to honor all of those fallen firefighters and their families. And then that would also be a collection point for like when we do 9/11 ceremonies and things like that. So for the people who have given the ultimate sacrifice, we feel that that's our due to them.
They should be honored. They really should be. We appreciate their duties too. I mean, everything they've sacrificed. They do sacrifice a lot. Mm-hmm. I mean, last week we talked about what it takes to become a firefighter. I was totally blown away by everything you have to do to become a firefighter.
It's a lot of work, a lot of physical activity, and it continues throughout their career.
And we saw on the news the other day that also I thought was funny, is part of your fundraiser this year, the Beefcakes of 1994 firefighter calendar. And Mr. May and Mr. June, I believe, were interviewed for today. And they apparently sold a lot of calendars that they're donating towards the fund as well.
Yes, and they had their 30-year reunion, and I will say that some aged well in 30 years, maybe some not so much, but it was still
I agree.
It was a fun event. It was great to see everybody and reminisce and the stories and everything else. And then we're going to have to make another calendar because we need some. We've got a lot more men and women out there that would be perfect calendar people. So, and I was for another great event.
I was going to suggest that. My sister kept saying they need a calendar, and I was like, but there's women now. That would be so cool.
Exactly.
There weren't women back then in the calendar. It was all the
women hadn't been invented then?
No, it was beefcakes. They didn't call them. What would they have? Beef cupcakes, I guess. I don't know.
That could have been. Right.
But we're going to be out there. Vicki, tell everybody who the other judges are.
So we've got both of you, obviously. We're excited about that. And then we've got Eddie O from New Country. Jason is ESPN Radio. T.A. Walker from Channel 5. And Jason Patton, he does the Firefighter Chronicles. He does like his own little thing on fire department stuff. So so we've got a great group. Yeah, in fact,
we're excited.
The other Jason, you might remember him from I think it was 105.1. He was on there for a long time. I was so surprised and happy to see him. So so tell everybody one more time, Vicki, what time does the event start and what time is it over?
All right. So it's at Abacoa Town Center in Jupiter, and it's from 12 to 5, and it's $20. You get a chili armband. You can taste all the chili you want. 3 bands. We've got firefighters with hot chili. We've got cold drinks and live music. So you can't get any better than that.
And there's other vendors there too.
Yes, there's some other vendors that everything from Girl Scout cookies to Oasis Project is there. They help out the foster families, and they have like snow cones and stuff like that. And the girl with the firefighter dolls, she's back again. And so there's stuff that you can look at, you can buy. Girl Scout cookies go along with chili, I guess.
It's Indian Town Road.
Indian Town Road?
Mm-hmm. Okay. It's Donald Ross Road.
Donald Ross, I meant.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Right there in Abacoa.
Right, and it's on the left side of Abacoa.
Right, and as you said, there's 2 parking garages that are right off of Main Street, so it's super all free parking. So you can just park and couple short walk, and you're right there, right in the middle of everything.
Save your appetite.
Come hungry.
Yes, come hungry. And if you're a chili lover, I'm telling you, some of the chilies out there were like spectacular.
I wanted to become a fireman just so I could go to their firehouse and have dinner with their chili and learn their
The best thing is, it's such a great thing that giving to the charity.
Right.
That it's a great charity, and it's just we can't wait to do it again next year. We haven't even gotten through this year yet.
I have so much fun there, and I love the charities that you choose. I mean, they're spectacular. Last year, the charity was amazing. This year, they deserve to have a monument for them.
Yes, definitely. So yes, we're super excited to be involved with it and to be able to have all the 100% of the proceeds. Everything goes to them. So
that was a good thing too. Not a lot of not-for-profits. A lot of it goes to administrative costs. Yours is 100% to
all volunteers, and it all goes to the project. So it's perfect.
And there's a guy named Rick. I think Vicki knows him. He was amazing. Randy, I'm sorry. Randy was. Vicki's going.
I have a boyfriend.
Yep. Randy runs it all. He keeps up with everybody.
Oh my God. First of all, he took all of us, kept us together to go to each booth and make sure everybody got their chill, which was a really tough job.
Yeah, we were like cattle straying, and he was like the little border collie.
Keeping it all together, herding cats.
That was funny.
Yeah,
we were like all so excited to get to the next. It was funny. Poor Randy.
He'll be doing it again this year.
Vicki, we will see you Saturday.
And we can't wait. Everybody come again. Vicki, one more time.
Okay, so this Saturday at Abacoa Town Center and right there in Jupiter off of 95 and Donald Ross Road from 12 to 5. $20, you buy an armband. You can eat all the chili you like. We've got a vendor for alcohol and beer, wine, liquor, whatever you want, sodas, doesn't matter. And then 3 bands. So it's a great community event, great charity. So hope everybody can come out and come hungry.
Thank you, Vicki. It was good to see you. We can't wait for
Saturday.
See you Saturday. We look forward to it.
For sure.
Thank you.
She's so sweet.
She is. I love it. And all our listeners, please come out and see Steve and I and help support.
Yeah, and come up and tell us that you listen to the show, and we love meeting our listeners and viewers. And it's too bad Rebel can't be out there with us.
Rebel would love it.
She's so much a part of the show.
Thank you, Vicki. I hate it. I look like a man, but other than that,
saying that.
I think he just wrote, "I like your haircut."
You know what? I've noticed that on our picture, our screen, your hair does look red, but it's not though.
I know
there's nothing red about it.
It's like, I look like you. I'm bald.
It's Rebel's fault if the color's wrong.
Yeah, we'll blame everything on Rebel like we always do.
So we have you know what? I don't know if we say this enough, but our website that Sophia has created, the most amazing website. In fact, Rebel, you would not believe where our numbers are of people who have gone to our website. We're just blown away.
Mm-hmm.
But our website is www.w4cy.
That's not our
No.
That's
I'm giving, wait, let me finish this word. To watch our show or to listen to our show, you go to www.w4cy.com.
Or
if you go to our website, It's Eat and, you got to spell and out, critique tvshow.com.
And there's a YouTube button on there, and you can press YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel and see all of
It's
our
free.
shows.
When you say it doesn't cost you.
No, they know that, I think.
Is everybody is free?
Yeah.
When you subscribe, but tell your
Well, it's
friends
just
about our
like-
show.
Yeah.
You watch us on YouTube. You can listen to it on iHeart. It's just really easy to get to.
Apple, Spreaker. We have several platforms. Everything's on the website.
And again, what we try to do on this show is find the smaller restaurants
Yes.
that, I mean, anybody can go find. You can just say Chili's. Anybody can go to Chili's and find that. But we want to find the small restaurants. And I think another thing people love about our show is we let you know about the bad ones too. So, I mean, not every single restaurant we go to can be great. And we respect the fact that you work hard for your money and that you can absolutely, we can help you steer you away from the bad restaurant.
It's funny because the other night, where was I? I was with my sister and we were passing that Bee's Knees dine.
Yeah, on Lake Forest.
And they're like everywhere, and they're in, I thought I saw them in Coral Springs now. Maybe I'm wrong, but I saw 3 locations of them so far, and everybody talks about how good it is, but remember we actually went.
It was horrible, and it was way overpriced.
It was one of the worst restaurants I think we've been to. I'm sorry.
But you know what? There's a restaurant that you and I sort of kid about.
Mm-hmm.
It's because it's seafood and chicken. What's it called? Don's? Is that the name of it? I think it's called Don's. Seafood and chicken. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
But they're all over it.
Don's Seafood and Chicken.
But I got to tell you, I had a craving for clams one day.
You mean that shrimp place?
No. This is right over there. They've got one on Dixie Highway. They have one on by where we used to work out at. It's something seafood and chicken. Yeah, but that was weird combination. But I think it's Don's.
I don't know.
But I wanted to tell you, I had this craving for clams. I gotta tell you,
it was good.
Yes.
But you have to get the name right.
I know. I think I'm right.
Chicken and clams.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, it's not chicken. It's called chicken and seafood.
I don't
now
know.
there is another restaurant that I wanted to tell you about. It's called the Shrimp.
Yes, I can't remember the name.
The
Shrimp
Store.
Store, something like that.
Yeah, the Shrimp Store. And they've got several locations in Palm Beach. And I went in there. First of all, I was blown away. They've got crawfish. I know you don't like crawfish, but they do have crawfish in there. You can buy.
You know what it is? I lived in Louisiana, and I don't like live animals, and they always brought the live crawfish to me. And I couldn't do it.
Well,
I couldn't do it. Just like a live lobster or a live shrimp
I ordered, I love fried shrimp, but I haven't really found a great place for fried shrimp. Their fried shrimp was excellent.
And they're on Congress.
But they also have 2 other locations as well, but it's called
the Shrimp
Store.
I think it's called the Shrimp Store. They're if you're on 10th going west, you go south on Congress and it's on the right side. If you're out west and going down 10th, you would take a right onto Congress, and they're right there on the right in the shopping center where Ross and Aldi's are.
Yes.
It's
Just
the
wanted to make
shrimp-
sure.
I think it's the shrimp store. And the other thing is we've given away a lot of gift certificates. We still have a lot of gift certificates to give away. So if you want to call in to win, it's 561-623-9429. 561-623-9429.
Good.
Right. We have 2 Dorinos. We have several. So again, 561-623-9429. Or if you don't call in, go to our website, www.eatandcritiquetvshow.com, and the "and" is spelled out. We were going to talk about Valentine's Day is coming up, but we're going to save that for next week.
Yeah, it's our Valentine's special that we do every year. We're going to give you some, I guess, cute little, cozy little Valentine restaurants.
But the best one, I think that'll work really well for Valentine's Day, is our Donna Leah's restaurant coming up, her concept.
Oh, yeah.
So that's
is
a
gonna be-
surprise. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
It's a surprise. It's going to be a fun show.
Wish you could tell them.
I don't want to give away it's a little cafe on Belvedere Road, and it serves breakfast and salads. It's crepes and just wholesome foods. And it's called Sexy for a reason.
Well, you gave it away, didn't you?
I'm trying not to, but it's going to be a fun restaurant for singles mostly. And next week we'll have Donna Leah, the chef and owner of the place, on to talk all about it with a couple, maybe customers even.
You know who's opening up this week?
I was just going to ask you if it's Lucky Cat, Miami Beach.
You know, I got to tell everybody that, he's got a big name. I mean,
He has a huge name.
But I got to tell you, some of his restaurants have gone out of business.
Because I talked about it
I think it's overpriced.
It's way overpriced. And honestly, the food isn't always so good. Just because it's Gordon Ramsay doesn't mean that his restaurant's great. Sorry, Gordon Ramsay. Sorry, Chef Ramsay. But I did have an opportunity to eat at the one in Tahoe with my sisters, and it was so expensive.
Well, I was shocked that some of his restaurants have gone out of business.
So the food's not, I don't know.
I still think the wildest story, if you've ever eaten at Ocean One, well, they had 4 or 5 of them here.
Mm-hmm.
And they specialized in the $5 lunch. Now, when you get into shrimp and shellfish, that is really hard to do. But they, I guess, tried to do it. They have one in Las Vegas that does really well.
I didn't know they were in Vegas.
Yeah, they have. That one's actually the only one that's still open. But I don't know, the way they did it, it was bad enough they owed their vendors, like the food suppliers, their rent.
Their employees.
But that was the bad part, is employees.
That's sad.
And I'll tell you, even a step more is a lot of their employees loved working there so much that they stayed on, even though they were owed money. And they got stiffed.
It makes me sad.
A lot of them went to work and saw the sign up.
It happens a lot in a lot of industries nowadays. For some reason, I just find it very, very sad.
Yeah, it was. Anyway, I wanted to tell everybody we, Italian is probably, it's between Italian and steak for most popular restaurants. And oh, you know what? I got to get this in because this is in there's a restaurant that's in a strip center. It's on Dixie Highway. It's a pizza place. It's called Roma Pizza.
Roma Pizza.
And I got to tell you, I know you have a lot of choices when it comes to pizza, but they make the best pizza. And you know what? It's not just me. You've seen the little round pans that the dough is already prepared, ready for them. And so when they take the dough out to make a pizza, they put the round pans. And when I go there at night, Sophia, there's like 60 or 70 pans. Thank you. What did I call it?
Shrimp store.
Thank you. It's called Mr. Shrimp. But I wanted me to finish on Roma's. Their prices are good, and the only thing bad is sometimes they deliver, and sometimes they don't. It just depends on how busy they are. But if you're in that, I guess is that considered West Palm Beach?
Yes, I think it is.
Or is that Lake Worth?
No, I think it's West Palm. It's kind of on the border. I have a better one.
Better than Roma's?
I think so. They've always been consistent, and they just raised their prices. But it's still, I think it's 2 slices of cheese pizza and a drink for $7.99, I think it is.
That's a good deal.
And it's called Boynton Pizza. It's in a strip mall. I'm trying to find the exact address. It's Boynton Pizza, and it's by the T-Mobile. It's on the corner of Boynton Beach and Congress. It is 1455 Boynton Beach Boulevard. Their pizza is so good, and it's not expensive. But if you get the special 2 slices of pizza,
that is a good deal,
and a drink, I believe it was $7.99 or $8.99. They just raised the price.
Speaking of $7.99, and we have another restaurant that's going to be coming on our show. This restaurant is a Mexican restaurant that sits inside a 7-Eleven. The 7-Eleven is at 95 and 10th Street in Lake Worth. It's called Laredo's. And I went in there one day, and first of all, everything is so clean, immaculate. But they serve tamales. They serve all different types of tacos. What are you showing me, Sophia?
It used to be $4.95. I'm sorry. Now it's $7 or $6.95.
Well, yeah, but everything is up.
I know, but they just raised it. But 2 slices cheese pizza and a can of soda.
Don't get mad at the restaurant owners because prices are going up. Because if you knew what prices are doing out there for every ingredient that goes into, dough is up. Flour is up.
Eggs.
Everything is up. So they have to raise their rates. And, we have this minimum now, new minimum, the people who get paid by the hour, that's all gone up. So don't blame the owners for their prices going up. But this Laredo, I ordered 2 tacos. Now they're soft tacos, but they're big. And I had the steak, Sophia.
Steak taco?
Yeah, it was really good. The only thing I didn't like was if you want cheese on it, which normally comes in a taco.
Right.
Guacamole. I mean, they charge everything's extra. But oh my God, but they do 2 tacos and a big gulp for $7.99.
That's not bad.
No, it's not bad at all. And it's good, but it's in 7-Eleven of all places.
A lot of stores are going into 7-Eleven. What's the Philly cheesecake is going?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Dunkin' Donuts are in some of them.
You know why 7-Eleven's called 7-Eleven?
I forgot why. I used to know.
Well, 7-Eleven, I don't know if it still is, but is out of Dallas. And that's where I'm from. And when 7-Eleven first went into business, they were open from 7 to 11. And their commercials were from 7 days a week, we're open to 11, from 7 to 11.
I remember that now.
Yeah. I don't even know. I mean, they've probably been sold out so many times. But yeah, that's why but it's really, I mean, there's nowhere to sit in there. I mean, it's a to-go place, period.
Period.
Period. Let's go over some of these Italian restaurants. Remember, next week it's going to be our Valentine's Day show, and you might want to definitely tell your friends about it, guys. We're going to give you some great ideas.
I know where I would want to go. One of my favorite. Well, I have 2 favorites. One in Broward and one in. Oh yeah. Not in Palm Beach. I would go to Les Sorel.
Really?
I love Les Sorel. I do. You also, when we did the tasting, we did not have anything bad at that tasting.
No, we didn't.
And he just kept coming and coming and coming.
You know what? That really was one of our favorite places.
It was.
They're, I know they're in Del Rey
and Boca,
but I think they opened up a third restaurant in Boca.
I'm not sure if they opened the third or moved. I think they did open a third right in the Meisner Center around there, wasn't it?
They did a Bronzino.
Yeah, Bronzino was like incredible.
They come to the table and they prepare it right there at the table. It is that would be a really good place.
And it's kind of romantic at the Del Rey location. Not so much, I don't know about the new Boca location, but the Del Rey one, I believe they're on 5th or something.
Another good place if you want Greek food that is just beautiful inside. They play music, Tassos Greek Taverna. Tassos Greek Taverna
on Oakland.
Oakland Park and Atlantic.
No, Oakland.
No, not Atlantic.
Ocean Boulevard, US 1.
Right there.
It's gorgeous.
Moderano.
And the food is excellent.
Yeah, that's another great
Broward.
place. Sophia, there used to be a restaurant called The Two of You.
Aww.
And they had 6 tables in there, always booked. The food was fabulous.
I like the name.
Yeah, but it was really a cute place to take a special person. And they got put out of business with COVID.
Oh, that's sad. That's sad.
Yeah.
A lot of places were put out from COVID.
There were so many restaurants that people.
Bob's on the line.
Who?
Bob.
Oh, yeah.
Good evening.
Hey, Bob. Sorry, we
Good
just
evening.
saw that. How are you?
Great. How are you guys doing?
We're
Doing good.
great.
How's Bob?
Where's your favorite
I'm
date
well.
night Italian restaurant?
Well, you're always doing the north from me because I live in Pompano.
Right.
But I haven't been there in a little bit while since the holidays and all. But I could tell you, this is a really, really good, quaint, both restaurant and market. Believe it or not, there's a restaurant. It's a restaurant and a market, a very small place. It's called Il Paesano. ILPAESANO. They're located at 2645 East Oakland Park Boulevard in Fort Lauderdale.
Address.
And huh?
I said, you even have the address.
I'm writing it down.
Yep.
That has to be one we have to go to check out.
Well,
Il
I'll give you. Yeah, let me tell you,
2645.
they're a family-owned business. Her name is Paola, and the husband's name is Virgilio. And they're the owners, and they come from European background. Paola is Italian, and Virgilio is Portuguese. They have 2 children. They live in Fort Lauderdale, and they cook authentic Italian meals, home-cooked type, made, the Italian way. And they have also authentic Italian products that you could buy. They have a little grocery right in the restaurant.
Cool. So they make their own
I
spaghetti sauce and sell it at the restaurant, Bob?
What's that?
They make their own spaghetti sauce and pastas and sell it at the grocery store?
Yeah, they sell it there, and also they make cooked restaurants. You have to make a reservation, and they did different menus. They email you of what the night was going to be. They're going to have one for Valentine's Day night. I don't know if they're going to do the actual wheel, but there are times where they have an actual huge Parmigiano Reggiano wheel that's sliced open, and he lights it on fire.
Wow. Like Saganaki.
Yeah, and then
Saganaki
in there, and he mixes it all around, and it's oh my gosh, it's so good.
Yum, that sounds good.
Hey, Bob, have you heard of a little French bakery called Amy's in Pompano?
Yeah. Amy's. No, I haven't.
Well, no, it's called Amy's French Bakery. They were just voted by Yelp as one of the top 100 restaurants in the United States.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, they're in Pompano.
You have to check that one out, Bob.
think, you know what? I think I've been to them. It's like in a side street. Yeah, they're. I think I've been there. But anyway, I'm going to check. They're on Dixie Highway. Yeah. And
Yes,
Amy's French Bakery.
That's
Yeah, I've been there. They're very good bakery. I've been there twice, and I can tell you that all the French, it's delicious, absolutely good. Yeah, they're on Dixie Highway. They're at in Pompano near me. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We're going to be doing in the next 2 or 3 weeks. We're going to be doing a show on restaurants in Lighthouse Point.
Oh, is that right near me?
That's right next to you.
Cap's Place.
Yep.
That has to be on there.
Whose?
Cap's Place.
I don't know.
You have to take a boat to go to it. It's on a little island right outside of Lighthouse Point.
You're
All
kidding.
seafood. I
Wow.
wanted to do that when Cece was here, but the weather was so bad and the ocean was way too choppy. I didn't think they would go.
Well, we're going to have to talk. Do you know any restaurants in Lighthouse Point, Bob?
He knows every restaurant in Lighthouse.
Well, I mean, there is one restaurant I've been to several times, and it's pretty good. I have the name for it right here. Let me get it. In Lighthouse Point. You might want to check it out. It's for seafood. It's called Seaside Grill.
Oh, I
And the
know
Seaside Grill? We know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're at 1406 North Ocean Boulevard in Providence.
Bob's the best. We love Bob.
Yeah, they're pretty good. The fish are very fresh. I mean, it's
Yes.
not look, what's not expensive today, right?
Yeah,
But I
really.
mean, it's not an inexpensive restaurant, but the food, and they've been there for quite a while. And, to fish, if you're into fish, that's a good, very good fish place there
It
at
is a
Lighthouse
very
Point.
good place. You're right.
Well, we're going to definitely.
We'll have
be
to consult with Bob on this.
Hey, you know what? I charge by the hour.
Oh, okay. The check's in the mail, Bob. It's always in the mail.
The gift certificate's in the
Yeah, I know.
mail. Yeah, he deserves.
But you got to
that.
try Il Paesano Italian restaurant, Virgil and Paola
Yes,
in the Fort Lauderdale. And when you go for the night, if they email you with the Parmigiano Reggiano wheel that they light on fire, you'll see if you go to their website, they have the website. Just put Il Paesano Italian Cafe Market. And they have a website. You go in there and you can see his picture and the picture of the family. And like I said, the food is very good. And that one with the wheel is delicious with the spaghetti, and he lights it on fire, and it's so cool.
Oh, that sounds good.
Hey, Bob, have you noticed the restaurants that have been around for a long time that have been shutting down?
I have, and it's sad because the problem, like you've mentioned, a couple of things. I listen to your show all the time, but the main problem is the cost of everything is just so expensive, and there's a lot of wasted food, in restaurants too, and also preserving food while you're, in restaurants. It's a difficult thing to keep it fresh and all that, and restaurants prices have to be hiked up, and a lot of people aren't going because they can't either afford it or they don't want to pay the money. And I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, it's just sad. And some of the restaurants have been around a long time, and it's just sad.
And you know what else we've noticed, Bob, is that with the economy the way it is, that a lot of these centers are raising their rents. And they're losing people. Why would you raise rents?
I don't know. I always feel bad because when Bob calls, it's always like,
oh, time to go.
I was like, we have 2 minutes left. I feel so
He
bad.
knows. Bob knows we love him.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's one
Bob.
of our favorites.
2 minutes. Rebels. Like, come on, guys, wrap it up.
Bob, thanks for calling.
Thank you, Bob. We love you. Next week.
Yeah, me too.
Yes. We'll talk to you next week. You have to tune in for our sexy kitchen.
Yeah.
Donna
All right.
we will be seeing
All
you.
right.
Thanks for
Yeah,
calling
have a
in,
good
Bob.
night, guys.
Night,
Mhm.
Bob.
He's such a good guy.
I love Bob.
He writes some of the nicest letters about the show.
Yes,
And remember, Bob has been like 10 years.
yes, he's a great man.
Yeah.
He really is.
We love him.
So come out, see us Saturday,
Yeah,
February
The chili
3rd.
cook-off.
Abakua. Next week, stay tuned for Chef Donna with her sexy kitchen.
And Sophia.
I'm wearing a wig next week.
No, you're not. The website you made is so beautiful.
Thank you.
Unbelievable.
Thank you.
You look gorgeous with your new haircut.
www.eatandcritiquetvshow.com and is spelled out. Good night and thank you.
Thank
for
you, Rebel.
listening. Thank you, Rebel. Everyone stay kind, please. Good night. See you next week.
You've been listening to the Eatin' Critique Show with your hosts, award-winning restaurant critics Steve-O and Sophia, brought to you by Incontro Italian Cuisine and Steakhouse. located in Coral Springs on the Walk. Be sure to join us again next week as Steve-O and Sophia interview top local restaurant owners and chefs. Steve-O and Sophia are known for their pure honesty when it comes to reviewing local restaurants. See you next week.
Thank you, Rebel.